Hello, my name is Eric Williams. I'm here at FullSail, and this is my media analysis for I chose Cardi B. Recently, she got into a little bit of trouble. I think we all can agree who Cardi B is. Grammy award-winning songstress. If you've ever heard WAP or Bodak Yellow, I'm sure you know who Cardi B is. So much so, in fact, that she started a Reebok deal for her new shoe. Where the crisis starts is what she did with the commercial for Reebok. With Reebok, what she did was she created the commercial and posed as Gerda, one of the Hindu goddesses, and in doing so, offended them pretty deeply. There was a little bit of backlash. Twitter, all the usual social media routes picked it up pretty quickly. And my analysis for this is what the words that I saw most were appropriating, and rightly so. Let's be honest, rightly so, because she's of Puerto Rican descent and using a Hindu goddess to promote her shoe brand, not the religion itself. We've seen similar things throughout time. Don't get me started on like Redskins and whatnot. But what I think that should happen next could actually really strengthen her stance, kind of where she is now. Because right now she's a little vulnerable, but she's quick. She's already apologized, which is a good start. But what I also think is, anytime you offend, whether it be a cultural or religion background, it's important to make a stride to not only show that what I did was wrong, but to try to understand that path. I have three things that she can do. One is easy. One's money. She can throw money to, a Hindu, I don't want to say church or anything. And again, it's more of what we don't know about it. So I don't want to say a church, but I guess in that respect, she could throw money to a church and then call it good. Yeah, that's the quickest way. That's probably the most quickest, the most easiest for people to digest. The second and third, I think, actually, if would challenge the norm. My second one is to do an interview with two of them. You haven't, like, let's say we just do Letterman, because Letterman, interviews cats like Dave Chappelle. Actually, the first person I chose for this, but that one would have been hard. Like Dave Chappelle, Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, Barack Obama. The Netflix special has a lot of these. You can do something like that where you have Dave Letterman, you have Cardi, and and it's important for this last part, a regular Hindu. Again, I don't want to use the word priest, but I don't know the culture that well. So priest. And you sit down and you have that conversation of like, hey, start with the Hindu's perspective. This is how I feel about this situation, XYZ. Cool. This is how, and then Cardi, hey, I was thinking it just to, do a dope brand, because in her apology, she says that I wanted to use a goddess of somebody who empowered feminism and, virtue, that sort of thing. She was well-intentioned, but it's appropriating. So by having that conversation, not only does it show that you're putting your best foot forward, and you're showing that you didn't know. So then having that conversation and having somebody like Letterman be able to kind of streamline it so it's easier for Americans and anybody else that digests media can digest it. The third is actually, I think, the most creative. You don't use Letterman. You don't use social media. Well, you can use social media. Somebody will pick it up. But you just go to one of their mosques or churches or whatever the actual name is. And I'm terribly sorry for anyone that's listening because I don't know. But you go to one of their places of worship. And I'm not telling you to like convert, but I'm just saying just try it out. Like myself included, I've done it. I actually grew up Jehovah's Witness, but one of my best friends is Muslim. I have a Quran at home. I also have the Bible. So just having that bridge to be able to show, hey, you know, I am a church going person. I want to experience your culture and see what you're all about, and still have that conversation. Like, hey, even if they recognize, like, hey, you're Cardi B, I didn't like what you did. Have that conversation, and then and whoever picks that, of course, you were trying to say no to pick it up, but go as nonchalant as possible. Maybe have one person, not a whole entourage, go with you so that you can tape the event. You can, just before you go in, hey, this is Cardi B. I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I'm going to go try this out. Maybe take 1 or 2 pictures. Don't inundate them that you're making this a publicity stunt. Actually go and absorb, and then have that conversation with the regular folk. And I think that last one will be harder felt because you didn't just throw money at it. And in a way, Letterman with priest and Cardi B still throws money at it. But by having kind of a home base, hey, I'm going to go to a local church or place of worship for Hindu people, learn about it a little bit more, learn about this goddess a little bit more, and then move forward from there. And I think that would be a great way to realign yourself in a better light.